Hello everyone, I am VC from VC's Academy. In today's class, we will discuss about Kingdom Plantae. So what in Kingdom Plantae today? Basis of classification. In this concept, we will learn about the basic classifications which were given and what are the advantages and disadvantages of those classifications. So before going into the class, if you are visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will get all my videos as notifications. Hope you all will enjoy this session. So let's go into the session. Introduction. What is the plant kingdom and what are our views regarding the plant kingdom? Our understanding of the plant kingdom has changed over time. The view of understanding the plant kingdom has changed from time to time. Fungi and members of the Monera and Protista having cell walls have not been separated from Plantae. The earlier classifications kept them in the same kingdom. So when we see the fungi and the members of the Monera and Protista, these all are having cell walls and these are not separated from Plantae. The earlier classifications also kept them in the same kingdom. The kingdom Plantae has been described under algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. So coming to the plant kingdom or kingdom Plantae, it has been described under 5 important categories. They are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Our understanding of the plant kingdom has changed over time. Earlier classifications kept fungi and members of Monera and Protista which are having cell walls in Plantae. Till date they are not changed but they are treated as kingdom Plantae, and the kingdom Plantae has been described under algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Coming to the overview of this classification. The overview of this classification is demonstrated. Kingdom Plantae. The kingdom Plantae is categorized into 5 major groups: algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. In algae, we can see 3 categories. One is chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Coming to the examples of chlorophyceae: Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix, Spirogyra, etc. And phaeophyceae: Laminaria, Sargassum, Ectocarpus, etc. And coming to the examples of rhodophyceae: Gelidium, Porphyra. These are few examples of this group like chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Coming to the bryophytes, the bryophytes are classified into liverworts and mosses. What is the other name for bryophytes? The amphibian of plant kingdom. Liverworts, example Mercantia, mosses, Sphagnum. And coming to pteridophytes. So what are pteridophytes and what are their classification? Xylophyta, Lycophyta, Spinophyta, Pterophyta. These are 4 categories of pteridophytes which we will discuss later one by one. Example of Xylophyta: Xylotum mesipteris, and Lycophyta: Selaginella lycopodium, Spinophyta equisetum, Pterophyta Dryopteris, Azolla, Salvinia, etc. Coming to gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are categorized into cycadales, coniferales, ginkgoales, nitales and angiosperms, dicots and monocots. The entire plant kingdom is classified into 5: algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. We will see one by one later. First we will go through the classifications, what made all these types of classification system. These includes, the types of classification includes artificial, natural and phylogenetic system of classification. and the various systems used in classification of plants are discussed here. Let's see one by one. So as I said, the three types of classifications like artificial, natural and phylogenetic system of classification, we will see one by one. Coming to the very first, artificial system of classification. So what artificial system of classification gives? This system is based on comparison of one or a few superficial characters which are helpful in easy identification of organisms. So what is the basis of this artificial system of classification? It is comparing one or few superficial characters that which are helpful in easy identification of the organisms. Let's see the leaf structure or the flowers or the inflorescence and all. So they will compare with each. If they are similar, they all are categorized into one. This is called the artificial basis. The system remained in use for about 2000 years, and this is not a small thing. The artificial system of classification remained in use for about 2000 years. Aristotle is known as father of biology and zoology. Who is known as father of biology and zoology? Aristotle is known as father of biology and zoology. Carolus Linnaeus is known as father of taxonomy. The father of taxonomy is Carolus Linnaeus. So what artificial system of classification gives? This system is based on comparison of one or few superficial characters which are helpful in identification of the organisms. This system remained in use for about 2000 years. Aristotle is known as father of biology and zoology, whereas Carolus Linnaeus is known as father of taxonomy. Coming to the advantages of artificial system of classification. Advantages are given below. Artificial system is easy to remember as only one or few characters are used. So coming to the very first advantage of artificial system is it is very easy to remember. Why it is very easy to remember? Only we have to remember one or two characters. The traits used are of interest to humans, and the traits which are used are of interest to humans. These are the two very important things for advantages of artificial system. Coming to the disadvantages of artificial systems. This system uses only few superficial characters, that is habits, numbers, colors and shape of leaves, etc. So what are the disadvantages? The disadvantages of the system is they use only few superficial characters like habits, numbers, colors and shapes of leaves. So what happens when we use only these superficial characters? When we use only few superficial characters, this may lead to many organisms grouped together. That is one of the major drawbacks. The artificial system considered mainly the vegetative characters or the andrecium characters as given by Linnaeus. So they followed only the vegetative characters or the andrecium characters which were given by Linnaeus. It does not demonstrate natural and phylogenetic relationships. So one of the important drawback is that it cannot or it does not demonstrate natural and phylogenetic relationships. So what are the disadvantages of artificial system is this system use only few superficial characters which leads to many organisms to group together, and these consider mainly the vegetative characters or the andrecium characters as given by Linnaeus. It does not demonstrate natural and phylogenetic relationships. Coming to the fourth point, the artificial system gave equal weightage to vegetative and reproductive or sexual characters, that is not acceptable, as vegetative characters are more. What is the another drawback? This system gave equal weightage to vegetative and reproductive characters. That is not acceptable. Why it is not acceptable? As vegetative characters are more easily influenced by the environmental factors. That is the reason why this is a drawback for giving equal weightage to vegetative and reproductive characters. And they separated by the closely related species. One more drawback is they are separated by the closely related species. What are the points? This system gave equal weightage to vegetative and reproductive characters, that which is not acceptable. That became a drawback, as vegetative characters are more easily influenced by the environmental factors, and they are separated by the closely related species. So that is about the disadvantages of the artificial system. Now, natural system of classification. What is natural system of classification? This is also known as phonetic system of classification. So what is the other name for natural system of classification? We can call it as phonetic system of classification. So what is natural system of classification based on? The natural system of classification is based on the natural affinities among the organism. It considers both external and internal features like structure, anatomy, embryology, and phytochemistry. Natural system considers both external and internal features like structure, anatomy, embryology, and phytochemistry. So coming to the natural system of classification, it is known as phonetic system of classification, and the natural classification is based on natural affinities among the organisms. It considers both the external and internal features like structure, anatomy, embryology, and phytochemistry. Coming to the advantages of phonetic system or natural system. Only related organisms are kept in a group. So what is the first advantage? Only related organisms are kept in a group. Unrelated organisms are kept in separate group, as related ones are kept in a group, unrelated will be kept in separate group. It shows natural relationship among the organisms. So what it shows? It shows the natural relationship among the organisms, and it also shows possible origin of different taxa. So one of the important one which you can take as advantage is it shows possible origin of different taxa. So what are the advantages? Only related organisms are kept in a group, unrelated are separated. It shows natural relationship among the organisms, and possible origin of different taxa is also shown by natural system. Coming to the disadvantages. The disadvantages of natural system are, first one is there is more emphasis given on natural character. In this system, several related families are separated and unrelated families are put together. Evolutionary basis is neglected. Coming to the disadvantages, there is more emphasis given on natural character, and this system more emphasis is given on natural character. In this system, one more drawback is several related families are separated and unrelated families are put together, which is a very major drawback, and evolutionary basis is neglected. Coming to the third classification, which is phylogenetic system of classification. The phylogenetic system of classification indicates the evolutionary as well as genetic relationship among organisms. So what the phylogenetic system gives? The phylogenetic system gives or indicates the evolutionary as well as genetic relationship among organisms. And this system is based on fossil records of biochemical, anatomical, morphological, physiological, embryological and genetical. So what this system is based on? This system is based on fossil records of biochemical, anatomical, morphological, physiological, embryological and genetical. This system was initiated by Engler and Prandtl in his book Die Natürlichen Phasenfamilien. In phylogenetic system, flowering plants are placed in ascending series related to complexity of the floral morphology. How the flowering plants are arranged? These are arranged or placed in ascending series related to complexity of the floral morphology. The phylogenetic system was initiated by Engler and Prandtl, which was given in the book Die Natürlichen Phasenfamilien, and this system is based on fossil records of biochemical, anatomical, morphological, physiological, embryological and genetical concepts. The phylogenetic system of classification are mainly the rearrangement of taxonomic characters in addition to the phylogenetic information. So what we can simply say about this classification mainly is it is the rearrangement of the taxonomic characters in addition to the phylogenetic information. Advantages of phylogenetic system. Families and orders in this system are of small size. So what are the first advantages here? Families and order in this system are of small size. This system is in conformation with the modern view of phylogeny. This system is in the conformation with the modern views of phylogeny. They use information from various sources to solve problems of classification. Such informations become more important in the absence of supporting fossil evidences. So what are the advantages of this system? Families and orders in this system are of small size, which will help to study more, and this system is in conformation with the modern views of phylogeny. This system can be used as a confirmation with the modern views of the phylogeny, and this system uses information from various sources of the data from various sources to solve the problems of classification, and such informations help or become more important in the absence of the supporting fossil evidences. When fossil evidences are not available, such information which is extracted from various sources will become more important. Coming to the disadvantages of the phylogenetic system. This system is not helpful in plant identification. One of the major drawbacks is we cannot identify the plant using this system. The classification is outdated as the habit is used as main basis of classification. The classification is outdated as the habit is used as the main basis for classification. So these are the two important drawbacks of this system. Hope you all got the basic understanding of the basis of classifications. These all are useful as quick revision videos. Support us by subscribing and like, comment us, and if you have any doubts, comment in the comment box. We will reply as early as possible. Thank you.